The sports page with the Orlando Sentinel and FM 96.9 The Game's Mike the Bulldog Bianchi.
On JRR.
Bulldog Sports page brought to you by Kaufman and Lind Injury Attorneys. Jeff Kaufman will be here next hour for Law and Disorder. If you got any questions you want me to put in front of him, hit me up at 22526. You can text those questions over. Bulldog, Mike Bianchi with us. So we're going to hit the non-football stuff because there's quite a bit of that to cover, as well as the overreactions to the college and pro football games.
Yeah, let's start with the non-football stuff. Orlando City, Orlando Pride both have secured playoff spots, but they both lose over the weekend. Doesn't really matter. The Pride have already secured the top seed in the NWSL. Orlando City has already secured the 4 spot in the playoffs, so essentially they're just getting ready for the playoffs, so those losses, no big deal. Dodgers and Yankees in the World Series. That's the one everybody wanted. The Dodgers clinch it. My Dodgers clinch it last night with a 10-5 victory over the Mets. I mean, again, this is the series everybody wanted. Dodgers, Yankees, Shohei Ohtani, Aaron Judge, the top 2 home run hitters in the league going at it in the World Series. The Yankees have beaten the Dodgers 8 times in the World Series. Dodgers have beaten the Yankees 3 times. They haven't faced each other in the series, though, since 1981, I think, was the last
43
time.
Years? Yeah, that's incredible, dude.
So, yeah, I'm looking forward to the World Series. WNBA, the New York Liberty win the first title in franchise history. They beat Minnesota in the 5th and deciding game, 67-62. That's the first pro basketball championship in New York, I think, since when did the Knicks win it? In the 70s, maybe?
You have to go back a while.
Yeah. So, yeah, Liberty win their first title. NASCAR, Joey Logano was lucky to even get into the playoffs. He slid in last week when who got disqualified
was it
last
Bowman?
week? Yeah, it was Alex Bowman. His car was too heavy, so his car was too light. I'm sorry. So Joey Logano had already left the track last week at Charlotte. He finds out, hey, I'm in because Bowman was disqualified, and then he wins yesterday in Vegas to clinch a spot in the championship 4.
Yeah,
so Joey Logano getting it done. All right.
Hold on. I'm looking over at the F1 desk, and I know lights out is a phrase from F1, but the lights are literally out at the F1 desk. No Taco Bob this morning.
Where's Taco at?
He's apparently stuck in the Keys and missed a flight because of Fantasy Fest. That's all the info I have to that effect, Bulldog. But if he was here, he would tell you that Charles Leclerc was the top finisher for the U.S. Grand Prix out of Austin. His teammate Carlos Sainz was second. It was an all-Ferrari affair at 1-2, and Max Verstappen at 3, Bulldog.
Wow, Verstappen's not the same guy anymore, is he?
Well, he's still the points leader.
Okay.
Still leading the championship.
He used to win every week.
Yeah.
He does.
It's been much more interesting season this year.
You know who did win yesterday? My Jaguars won in London, beat the pathetic Patriots 32-16. The Jags, again, if you're beating the Patriots, that should only count as half a win, but hey, they still won, so Doug Peterson's job is at least temporarily safe as the head coach of the Jaguars. The Colts beat the Dolphins 16-10 in an ugly game. Wow. Tyreek Hill only had 1 catch. Jalen Waddle only had 1 catch. The Dolphins have the lowest scoring offense in the league. Luckily, we think at least that Tua will be back next week, and hopefully he can save the Dolphins season. I don't know if he can, but we shall see. You want to go other NFL games right now?
Well, you got the Bucs playing tonight in Monday Night Football.
That's right, Bucks and Ravens. That's a hell of a game. Actually, 2 Monday night games tonight. Yeah. So, but other NFL games yesterday. Did you watch your Lions?
I did. They almost blew that thing, man.
Yeah, but they won it 31-29. That was a hell of a game to watch. The Chiefs remain undefeated, the only undefeated team. They beat the 49ers yesterday. Brandon Ayuk looks like he has a season injury, torn ACL for the 49ers. Saquon Barkley returns to New York, leads the Eagles over the Giants 28-3. Saquon 176 yards. Here's a resurrection story. Brandon McManus, remember him, the Jaguars kicker who was accused of sexually groping the 2 flight attendants on the flight to London last year.
Yeah.
He was kicked off the Jaguars. He gets a game-winning field goal for the Packers yesterday. His civil suit got resolved this week. Packers sign him. He ends up winning the game for them at the end with a field goal. Other NFL news, Deshaun Watson. Wow. Looks like he's done for the year with a torn Achilles tendon. He's been awful for the Browns, but he's hurt now.
And their fans were cheering.
Oh, I know. That's bad. Ooh. That's bad. That has been a disaster up there for the Browns, signing him to that $231 million fully guaranteed contract. Russell Wilson returns to the starting lineup for the Steelers. Steelers beat the pathetic Jets 37-15. The Jets are the biggest disappointment in the league. They signed make a trade for Devontae Adams. Doesn't help. Aaron Rodgers throws a couple of interceptions for the Jets. And what about the Washington Commanders? They win despite Jaden Daniels going out with a rib injury yesterday. They lead their division now. And the Bills, with Amari Cooper now in the fold after making a trade for him, they beat the Titans 34-10. College football over the weekend. My God, UCF was this close to upsetting Iowa State. Iowa State scores with 30 seconds left in the game to beat UCF. Man, I thought UCF had that game. Yeah. Gators rout Kentucky. Jaden Ball, their true freshman running back, ties Tim Tebow with 5 rushing touchdowns. Ties a school record for Billy Napier's team. The Gators now 4-3. Napier could save his job yet. Lynch,
yeah,
don't count him out.
Well, we'll see. Yeah.
Cam Ward throws for another 4 touchdown passes. The undefeated Miami Hurricanes hold off Louisville in that game. And then, of course, Friday night, Florida State loses again to Duke. They're now 1-6 on the year. So, what else we got?
Well, by the way, welcome to the SEC, Texas.
Yeah, Georgia beats Texas 32-15.
Nice.
Wow. And what about this? Here's a question for you. If Army or Navy finish unbeaten, don't they belong in the college football playoff?
Yes, they do.
I agree. Both of them unbeaten right now. They may actually face each other in the American Athletic Conference Championship game and then have to play again a week later in the Army-Navy game. What about that?
It's crazy. It's absolutely crazy. I don't know. It was a pretty weird weekend, man. How about Michigan losing again?
Michigan losing. What about BYU? BYU, unbelievable game. They've got UCF this week at the Bounce House.
Yeah.
That's going to be fun to watch. And by the way, UCF, even though they lost, I'm calling it a moral victory. Their running game got back on track. Jakari Brown, their new starting quarterback, looked pretty good. So we'll see what happens against BYU.
They definitely gave Iowa State all they could handle for sure. It was not to be, though, in the end, unfortunately. No. All right, plenty to talk about. If you want to go more in depth with Mike the Bulldog Bianchi, you'll find him over on AM 740 and FM 96.9 The Game this morning, hosting Open Mic. And then, of course, the sports page brought to you on JRR by Kaufman and Lind each morning at this time.
That's right. You can listen to Under Oath with Jeff Coppin every Saturday morning, 7:30 a.m. on FM 96.9 The Game. You can catch extended versions on your favorite streaming platform.
This track.
WJRR, Orlando's rock station.